Hello, namaskar, good morning. It's around 5:30 a.m. now. I'm Rajesh, I'm up at Sun Road. I'm making this video to ask those people who are hailing from some of the great nations of the world, like India, China, Japan, Africa, Europe. Your ancestors and people of your country, they had made sterling contributions to humanity. They have made a positive impact on the planet Earth. They have made a contribution for humanity in a positive way. And they will always be remembered for the goodness and kindness that they have left without regards to ethnicity, religion, or culture. They have been expansive and great men who have done something great for humanity. Probably God has inspired these ancient nations, ancient people. But also we have even these newer nations that we have, like in the Caribbean. There are also great people who are coming out of it and leaving a name. We are also evolving, and as time goes by, new civilization in the Caribbean, people will also be able to express their talents, able to produce their own genius and great men. We're a new nation. For example, the Indians are only here about 180 years now. We just recently celebrate Indian Arrival Day. There will be the African Arrival Day soon. So it's not that these people who are coming here and the foreigners, they have an eye out for um we should say perfection and genius and so on. We have to often measure up to these first world countries and these ancient civilizations, and oftentimes we fall short. But we find many times the emissaries from these nations, they are coming here to our country and they are disrespecting the people, they are humiliating, and they are not the best representatives of peoples who have left great contributions and done great things in the history of humanity. They have representatives who are coming here who are no better than the local. When they come here in our atmosphere and in our soil, their skills, and they bring their skills, whether it's in medicine or in music, in art or in business. And oftentimes the character, their personality, the language they use, and their psychology, we find it very outlandish at times and very barbaric even. For example, there's one bank that I go to, and I find the standard there is not as sterling as you would find in other places. I only took a check yesterday into that bank. The teller I took it say that they need a receipt for a check. I don't know who gives a check a receipt when they're giving out checks. It doesn't work like that. And the behavior of security guard by one of the ground floor managers is very unbecoming. Now I've seen they've started a bouncing situation there that is going on at university, and that has been percolating in some government institution. It was there at NIS and they had to stop it. And now I'm seeing it there at this bank. Yes, they were asking me to bounce. So each one has to share each other's seat. Feel the air and the atmosphere left by whoever we don't know. There are all kind of people coming to the bank there. And whenever in any public place you go, to share people's seat and share the body energy that they left there can be very infectious, and we don't know what transmissible disease people carry. And bodily contact as a medical worker, I can advise you. Some people go there, they're not dressed properly. So I don't like this bouncing system. And another thing, I have problem with is if a teller or worker in a staff in a institution or organization you go to, they have a problem interpreting something or doing something, they should go to a supervisor. That's why supervisors are there. But obviously they don't go. So I don't have problem with security and these people who are representing foreign countries who are here, but they have to follow the laws of the country they are living in. For example, Islam have some very radical beliefs and extreme um, stipulations, but whatever country they go to operate and live in, they have to work with the laws of that land. So I was told by one Muslim guy who I know was working in Ministry of Health, and he explained to me. So I do hope that when we have to meet these foreigners, they will not bring their bizarre antisocial. I mean, as human beings, we have our imperfection, or what in religious parlance they would say, we sin also. Everybody are sinners until they take baptism, until they take diksha, initiation, whatever it is. But we find many times people are coming from these great nations who these have great backgrounds, and they are imparting to the locals norms and qualities and behavior that has not been left to us by the British who colonized our country. We've been left with very sterling standards of living, English etiquettes, English behavior that we know and grow. And now these things may in the future be transferred to another ethnicity who may have their own colonial powers and qualities being distributed wherever they go. So we look for the best from people when you come. There are people here in this country also whose children, whose family, they have been cultured and noble. And this might be an eyesore for whatever nation or whatever diplomacy is operating here. But we're asking you to allow these people with their qualities. Even our local people, when they go and train into different lands and different territories outside of the British culture and the British lingua franca, we have when they come back here, they bring outlandish patterns, social patterns that we find difficult to adjust with, right? So I don't know what would makes you superior coming from advanced civilization, ancient civilization. It's your action, your behavior, and your language, what you say. So we do hope you will show us the best. We look for human qualities, we look for betterment of our society, enhancement of our people, and upliftment of the standard of living. That's why people, foreigners, are invited on in an entourage when they go to various countries, whether it's a political entourage, they visit, they see what these other advanced nations are doing that they can bring back, they share diplomatic relations to bring back what is good here. They have an entourage, maybe minister, people from the president office, the minister, they go long ago, they would go there, visit, government to take them around to visit their plants, their scientific fields, the work they're doing. They would go there, they would have diplomatic privileges you can't violate. And so even now, foreigners who come here, they are protected by their embassies, they are protected by their countries. We can't violate them or step out of the social norms or the social conduct that these people are entitled to. So recently we had the issue with Charandas in India, and we see what followed afterwards. But right here in Guyana, we have people who are coming here and instituting things like homosexuality to attack others. They're bringing disrespect to our country, and to abuse and insult people, and sometimes you find their mind and their psychology is far beyond us. So not because I've come to the conclusion that not because you come from an advanced civilization or an advanced society, ancient culture, you may be a superior human being. We have the laws of nature, the laws of religion, the cosmos and God. They operate on everybody, and when you violate these rules, you come down to ordinary level of people. Some of these, even these ancient civilizations, they produce some of the worst criminals, as well as they produce some of the greatest. Why? It is said wherever there is good, bad exists. The more there is good, the more bad there is. So we found some of the most evil people coming out of those great civilizations. Some of the worst swindler, even though they have produced geniuses and magical contributions to humanity, they may have rogues and evil people. Ravan was an Indian, and so was many of the evil men who came out from historical civilization, right? People where we have technology and philosophy and human mind in a very advanced state, the mind can be more contorted to perform more complex evil actions. Like in India, people who have left a mark in the world, some of the evil men came out in the religious culture there. Raktabija, Hiranyakashipu, and all of these men, left a name in history that other civilization could not have done. Even in Africa have produced their evil men, but they have not created an impact as those people who have intellectual status and physical and spiritual development as these. You see, its impact is more felt when the mind is more intellectual. So intellectual impact is more there, or spiritual impact. So wherever we go and wherever we find, people are the same in some ways or another, despite them being blessed with certain gifts of intellect, creativity, and spirituality. They still have common and unconscious traits. So we hope that when we coexist and cohabitate with others, that we can have human fellowship. We may have civilized behavior, progressive thinking, and human qualities may come out, that can enhance our country, our people, and our standard of living. Namaskar, all the best. Have a pleasant Thursday. This is Rajesh Gear. Namaskar.